Namaskaram, my dear young friends. This year, the college is trying to introduce 3 new open courses. They're open to all of you, irrespective of the streams, whether self-financing or aided. You can choose them because they are offered as a very special case. I will introduce 2 of them. The 3 are: one is in ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction, which will be organized by our environment science department. The other 2, the one on Syriac language by the languages department, and thirdly, one on learning to live together on holistic education by our holistic education board. Let me introduce you to the course in Syriac language, Syriac or Suryani. I hope the Christian students, especially the Syrian Catholic students, will be familiar with this. The course is open to all of you. This used to be the ancient language of Palestine, where Jesus Christ, whom the Christians consider as the center of their faith, lived. This was a very flourishing language once upon a time. Among the 3 major Christian languages, Latin, Greek, Syriac. One of them was Syriac or Suryani, which was very widely used, and it had a very vast collection of literature as well. Currently, it is being spoken in Syria and some parts of Iraq and Iran. Once upon a time, it used to be the lingua franca of the Middle East and the Near East. This was also called Aramaic. And even now, it is called, this is also called Aramaic. And there are 2 versions of them. One is East Syriac, and the other is West Syriac. Maybe you know about Syro-Malankara tradition or the Jacobite tradition. Those churches use as the liturgical language the West Syriac. And the Syro-Malabar Christians use East Syriac as their liturgical language, though it is very, very minimally used. Till 1960s, this used to be the only language used in the churches for celebration of the Eucharist and other liturgical celebrations. So in 50 years, there has been a vast change in the scenario. But all the same, this is a rich cultural heritage, and we would like the students to be familiar with this cultural aspect, and that is what is mandated by the minority status of an institution, that they nourish and conserve the cultural and linguistic heritages of the community. Hence this effort. I hope that you will be enjoying this, and some of you will be opting for this and learn a new language. As our learning outcomes, we have set 3 outcomes. Number 1 is the student has a basic information regarding Syriac language and outstanding persons and works in the language. Number 2, the student is familiar with the alphabets and has the ability to read and write the print version of its language, of this language. And number 3, the student is familiar with some key biblical or classical texts and is able to reproduce at least 5 of them. So these are the minimum agenda of this course. And I hope that some of you will choose it and will enjoy learning it, a new language. Welcome to it. It will be offered by a person who is trained in Syriac, not from our own faculty members, but an external faculty would be engaging the sessions. Number 2 is regarding an altogether new course which we have named Learning to Live Together, LLL, Learning to Live Together, LLT, sorry. This is meant to be a course deriving insights from various religions. Now the question is whether are we religious or not? Or is it a good thing or a bad thing to be following a religion, having a religion? Are the religions dividing us or are the religions meant to unite us? The very word religion itself is very pregnant with meaning. The derivative meaning would say bind together. Are the religions binding together only the people who follow those particular religions, or are they meant to bind together all people? So this has to be explored, and in that connection, we are making an effort to offer a short course, an open course, in the study of life as seen by religions. So we are offering comparative analysis of 3 different religions: the Islamic religion, the Hindu religion, and the Christian religion. What are the various texts or the scriptures of these particular religions saying regarding life, death, suffering, marriage, family, relationships, relationship to others, with the planet, and what is the meaning of various, how do they find meaning regarding various aspects of life. So this is being considered in this particular course, and the end is to have a deeper understanding and regard for each other, that the religions are meant to unite, not to divide, and our separation or our identity as a different group doesn't mean that we need to be divided, but rather all religions speak about good life, and a good life would definitely mean good relationships. So to have an understanding regarding each other is meant to be the core purpose of this course. As learning outcomes, we have set 4 of them. One is the students are familiar with major religions based on the number of followers, not in any other sense. All religions are major religions. So 3 major religions of the world, especially with reference to India. That is Islamic religion, Hindu religion, and Christian religion. Number 2, the students have the basic information regarding the scriptures of the major religions, of these major religions, and other basic sources of religious practices and inspiration of these religions. Number 3, the students are familiar with the diverse and similar approaches of the world religions to issues affecting human life and the planet. And number 4, the students have the ability to look at issues from a cross-cutting religious perspective and are willing and able to engage in dialogue on issues. So these are the 4 outcomes, and it will be offered by the faculty members from within the campus, and also we will also have invited lectures by people representing various religious streams. And I hope that this will be a very enriching experience to all of you. I welcome you to join this course as well. Thank you. May God bless you.